bro. I can't even fathom this shit, bro. I'm out here. You have a twin. He lives on a server. He knows what you'll laugh at before you do. And for the last decade, you haven't been making your own decisions. You've been agreeing with his. And I'm gonna prove it to you. Okay, so here's the deal. The day you made your first account, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, something was born. Not metaphorically, literally. A profile. It was a version of you that lives in a data center somewhere in Virginia, probably next to a Wendy's. And every single thing you've done since, every like, every pause, every video you watched twice, every comment you almost typed but deleted has been feeding him or her. And yes, you can call me dramatic, but I have receipts.
Oh,
In
really?
2015, Cambridge and Stanford ran a study of 17,000 Facebook users. They had an algorithm guess people's personality based on nothing but their likes. With just 10 likes, about a week of normal scrolling. The algorithm guessed your personality better than your coworker. With 70, better than your roommate. With 300, that's barely a month of casual use. The algorithm knew you better than your spouse. And that was in 2015, when the most advanced thing on the internet was Farmville. Imagine what it knows now. So that outfit you wear, you didn't pick it. You saw it 200 times until it felt like your style. That opinion you have about literally anything, you didn't form it yourself. You watched 40 videos until your brain filed it under mine. That sense of humor you're so proud of and I'm so proud of, assigned, mass produced. There are 8 million guys laughing at the same exact shit thinking they're the funny one, including me, including this video. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I figured this out like 3 weeks ago and I haven't done a single thing about it. I'm still on YouTube, still scrolling. I made this video on a phone that my twin picked with software he recommended, edited to a rhythm he taught me. You're watching it because he sent you here. We're not enemies, we're roommates. And he pays the rent. So here's what we're doing today. I'm gonna walk you through exactly how your twin was born, how he took over, and this is the part that's gonna mess you up, why you can't get rid of him anymore.
Yeah, boy.
At some point, you stopped being two people. You merged with him. And now when you try to figure out what you actually want without the algorithm, without the feed, you can't. There's nothing there. He took the whole desk. So let's start at the beginning. The day you made him. Okay, so picture this. It's 2014, 2015, maybe even younger. You know, you're like, what, 12, 13 years old? Your mom finally lets you make an account. Could be Instagram or shit. Could have been Musically. You pick your username, profile picture. You think you just made a thing, but you just made him. You brought him to life, and for the next few weeks, he didn't know anything about you. He was a baby, you know, a blank file with your name on it, and you taught him. You liked the video. You followed a friend. He wrote all of that down. He still got that file. If you search how to do the Dougie, it's in a folder labeled embarrassing. And here's the thing nobody tells you about that first year on social media. You weren't using an app, you were filling out a form. And TikTok knows exactly how long it took. In 2024, this is not that long ago, a court in Kentucky was suing TikTok. Somebody at TikTok screwed up the redactions on their internal documents. Kentucky Public Radio realized they could just copy and paste the blacked out text and read everything. And inside TikTok's own files was a number. It takes 260 videos for a user to become addicted to TikTok. And you're thinking, whoa, that's a lot of videos. In real time, 35 minutes. Your twin was fully grown in 35 minutes. While you were on the bus, while you were sitting in the bathroom. You didn't raise a child, you ran a speed run. And after those 35 minutes, something changes. You stop teaching him and he starts teaching you. And I know this. You open the app and you don't search anymore. You just scroll because he already knows. He's gotten faster than you. He's better at picking what you'll like than you are. And you tell yourself you're saving time, you're being efficient. You don't have to think about what to watch because the algorithm, it just gets you. And that's the whole trick. He didn't take over by force. He took over by the convenience of just having to scroll. And guys, I am not above this, but I have improved this portion of my life significantly. I don't have TikTok downloaded on my phone or Instagram or Facebook, and I urge you to do the same. You might think it's overdoing it, but I don't care. I think that everybody should delete those apps. Last week, I opened the TikTok to check one thing, to make a video or something. 40 minutes later, I'm watching Greg do set all over himself because he's watching Mike Israetel. And then right below is like Subway Surfers doing
Like,
their
at the end of the day, like,
speed run or
streaming,
something.
like,
That's not a man who's in charge of his own brain. That's a man being walked. And I enjoyed it. I genuinely thought that this was top tier content right here. But that wasn't me. That was him. And I just agreed because we share a brain now. So guys, think about what you used to be into. You know, what you used to wear, what music you used to listen to, who your friends were, what you even wanted to be when you grew up. Now think about who you are now, the version that exists today. How much of that came from you, not from the algorithm? You probably couldn't tell, right? And honestly, me neither. That's because at some point, your twin stopped being a separate thing. He moved in, he unpacked all of his things, and he started rearranging the furniture. So let's talk about what happened next. And I want you to understand something before we wrap this up. What I'm about to describe isn't a conspiracy. It's not a vibe. It's not me being dramatic. It's a product strategy with a slide deck, and the slide deck has a title page. And I'm going to show you the title page. In 2021, a woman named Frances Haugen walked out of Facebook with tens of thousands of internal documents. She'd been a product manager. You know, she decided the public needed to see them too. One of these documents was a slide deck made by Facebook employees for other Facebook employees. The title, and I'm reading this verbatim, "The Power of Identities: Why Teens and Young Adults Choose Instagram." Inside it, there's a section called Teen Fundamentals, where Facebook employees walk through the neuroscience of how a teenage brain develops, the dopamine system, the prefrontal cortex, the age at which kids are most vulnerable to feedback. Let me tell you, they didn't study this to help teenagers. They studied it to figure out how to keep them scrolling. So how does this actually work, like mechanically? Because I want you to be able to spot it. The algorithm shows you stuff it knows you like. Standard, you know this part. But then it shows you stuff slightly outside of what you've already liked. Not random, but adjacent. If you engage with the adjacent stuff, your profile updates. Your twin gets a little bit bigger. Your identity nudges one notch in a direction the platform picked for you. Do that 200 times a day for 5 years, and you don't end up where you started, guys. You end up where the platform wanted you to end up. And here's where it gets funny or sad. I really haven't decided which. You know how everyone in your age group has the same exact opinions, the same 5 jokes, the same speech patterns, the same takes they've never actually examined? That wasn't an accident, guys. We all got nudged into the same box from slightly different starting points, including me. And I keep saying that. I'm going to keep saying it because the second I stop, I'm just another guy in the box. But here's the part I really want you to sit with. It's not that the algorithm picked who you became. It's that you like who you became. You don't want to leave. You know, you don't want to delete the apps. You don't want to find out who you'd be without them because that person doesn't even exist anymore. And the person you are now is comfortable. You are content with this. And that's the trap. And I am going to sit here and tell you to delete the apps. I'm going to tell you to put your phone down, go outside, touch grass. And you know, most of the time it doesn't work. But here's what I think helps, at least a little bit. Just by being aware that he's there. You know, next time you find yourself with an opinion you're really sure about, pause, ask if it's yours or his. Next time you reach for the phone without thinking, pause, ask yourself who decided you needed to. You know, you're probably not going to win every time. I don't. But every pause is a second where you are driving instead of him. And maybe that's going to be enough. You know, maybe that's all any of us get. But guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for your watching. Even if even though he's the one who sent you here. Try to do one thing today that he wouldn't predict. I love you all so much. Thank you all for all the support. And I will see you in the next video. Guys, if you are enjoying the video so far, make sure to do set all over that subscribe button. Thank you so much.